Hey everybody. So, one of the three things to talk about in this little post. First thing, wanted to go over last weekend. Me and the Miracles, all three, or 2.5 of them. I'm not sure how you want to put that. Headed to Phoenix for the feature game of the month. First off, if anybody ever doubts the divinity of the Miracles, they are divine miracles, in my opinion. They are volunteered to. Between the two of them, they drove the whole way. I got to sit in the back, not sleeping, but I did get to stay in the back and have to drive anyway, and that's the main thing that keeps me away from going on a lot of these trips or going to a lot of places. Is I hate driving. So it was really, I got to sit in the back, listen to music. They like my music, so it's like, wow, I get to sit back and listen to my favorite music in a car with two intelligent people and discuss role-playing stuff. How is this bad? Anyway, they even stopped in Upland at my old Denny's that I used to go to down there to grab some food. Got to the game, was very tired, but at one point I had gone 72 hours with only 6.5 hours sleep. I'm a, man in his mid-30s. That's not something I can pull off easily anymore. So, he's not. You're not watching this, but Brandon, thank you for letting us crash at your place. Next time, I think I'm going to. I'll pay for a hotel room as my half of the. I'm not paying gas, so I'll do that. Anyhow, the Changeling game was all right. I was kind of tired, so I didn't really get to follow a lot of it. Vampire game would have been. I think good, except because of a plot line that the MST is running, I got kicked out after 15 minutes. So I actually drove a long way to not play my character, which I'm actually not that annoyed about. The one cool thing is I got to play an NPC that was of a character type that I was really intrigued by and would require a lot of approvals, and I got a chance to play it. And that was really cool because I don't really want to play it. And not that I dislike playing it. I thought it was a very cool character, but I got that out of my system now. And it would be kind of a cumbersome character type to try to play week after week. Anyway, moving on. So that was great. Our drive back I slept most of the way back. So anyway, second thing, I'm looking a gift horse in the mouth, which I know you're not supposed to do, but I still do it. Came into work today, and they handed me a check, and it being a couple days before payday, I was curious, and they said, well, the company made a mistake in your favor. And so I looked at the paycheck, and it's $1,000. Apparently, in September of 2002, I got a paycheck that, according to their records, I never cashed, which I find hard to believe. And they find hard to believe, but they would rather just cut me the check, they say, than try to figure out what happened wrong. Which, is well and good, but I just know it's going to come back and bite me. This sounds too close to good news, and I'm not sure how to take good news anymore. Not something I'm real comfortable with. Yeah, but, it's $1,000, which will go all towards my New York trip, which I've already been saving for, which is going to give me a lot more comfortable room. Speaking of the New York trip, Chris, I know you're saying that you don't post on LiveJournal anymore. I don't know if you still read LiveJournal. If you do, I'm planning on my week might change. I'll tell you when it is. There's a lot of disagreements because it's the first, it's summertime, and me and the EP are trying to decide which weekend I'm actually going to get off, which kind of sucks because I'm trying to buy the plane ticket, and you want to get those as early as possible. Anyway, third thing I'm posting this for, I look awful in hats. Even this hat, which I bought for way too much money, but it was like 15 years ago or something ridiculous. By the way, when you say, oh, that was like 10 years ago, thinking that was a long time ago. Remember when you were like in your 20s and you would say that was like 5 years ago, thinking that was a long time ago? And then when you turn 30, you're like, oh, that was like 10 years ago, and that was a long time ago? Now I have to go all the way to 15 years ago to symbolize a long time ago. Anyway, so this hat it's based off of Frank Miller's Martha Washington series, Gibeon Liberty. It's a PAX hat, but it's never looked good on me. And since my head's done nothing but get larger since then, it will continue to, but I don't care. Because how many people have a hat that's based on a Frank Miller cartoon? A comic book that they get to wear around. Anyhow, didn't do a movie review last week. No movie review this week because no movies are coming out that I can review. Next week, there will be a movie review, Monsters vs. Aliens. I'm going to see the premiere of that Saturday morning. for any of you that caught my other post from this weekend, yes, I do consider that work because I have to go see it for work. Anyhow, that's my little post. That's my little update. Trying to think if there's anything else. Remarkably little else. The brother had a great birthday. My mom's doing well. Her last chemo session should be coming up in the beginning of April. Lost. I'm enjoying it this season, but I keep waiting for it to hit like really good. But it keeps like almost getting it, not getting there. And I'm very sad that Life on Mars was canceled. That show is great. Now I'm going to have to try to track down the British series so I can get my full range in there. Anyhow, I hope all you guys are having a good time. Ashley, congratulations on your wine tasting job or wine consulting job. I have to admit, as somebody who's surrounded by a million and a half cans of that Pepsi, I'm not exactly a vino connoisseur. Oh, that still had some in it. Oh, I got to clean that up. Oh, my pants too. That was the other shoe.